Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. I want to tell you some stuff, and I want you to listen. Every last one of us want a satisfied life. Every last one of us want our needs, our wants, and our desires met, especially when we need them, want them, or desire them. We want to live in peace and be prosperous. We want to be free and happy and joyous. And we want to live our dreams. And we don't want no trouble. Every last one of us was built that way. Just as you might have an arm or a leg or a head or a torso. If you're a human being, you got those things. And if you're a human being, you got that same quest for living a life. Now, since every last one of us got that why don't we experience that? We got a head. We got a leg. Why don't we experience that life? Well, the obvious thing is that our leg, our head, that was the responsibility of another power to provide. And that power did. When it came to our living the life, it gave us a part to play. It gave us a part to play. And in order for us to engage and live the life, we have to be connected with the one power that is responsible for life. If we are not connected with that power, we will go through all kinds of things as we are going through all kinds of things today, indicating we're not connected with that power. Well, be that as it may, we still have this desire, this need, and this want. And it's not being met, not by a long shot. Now, we all know that. But let me tell you, this isn't new. This has been since the beginning of time. But we don't live like that. The reason we don't live like that is because we're not familiar with that type of living. The only type of living we're familiar with is the selfish type. And that is because human beings are not familiar with the spirit. And God is a spirit. And since they are not, then they step out to create their idea of God. And it's trouble. I remember as a young man, in my efforts to acquire a satisfied life, I wanted to go to Hollywood. But I grew up descendants of slaves. And that gave me a different education about life, even though I wanted that. When I had the opportunity to pursue that, I was reminded that life that I desired, that life, everybody wanted that life. And in order for everybody to have that life, it requires something special. And so since nobody was experiencing that life, to me, they didn't know God. And so, having given up on the life that always fails, you know, the life we live every day. I heard this morning, what got me going is I heard this morning a football player They upped his contract 4 years. And he was rewarded or promised $140 million. Now, those kinds of things that he could probably engage in, I and you, we will never be able to do those kinds of things. And something tells me that if I want a satisfied life, he wants a satisfied life, why do I have to play football and be great in order to do that? I mean, why can't I just be who I am and enjoy doing what I do? The world benefits from it. Nobody's making any money from it, but it's contributing to their life. So why does this one have the opportunity? And I'm not just picking on this one. I'm talking about everybody that making all that kind of money like that. And if other folks can't find a job and they do making minimum wage, or even if you made it to $20 an hour, what does that mean? Yeah, all the prices went up. So, anyway, this attitude change caused a problem in my first marriage. I wanted to be, live a satisfied life, but my method was changing from competing with you to say that I'm smarter than you, that I'm better than you, and I can make more money than you, to focus on ways that we can put our stuff together and both of us, all of us, be satisfied. So that split the other first marriage up. But I remarried, and things are a little bit different now. I promised her that this life that I just got through talking about would be hers. And the reason that I promised her is because I had been given the vision of living on earth as though we're in heaven. And knowing that every human being on earth desires to live like that. Now here I come sharing with them that that's a great idea. And guess what? We can do it. And then begin to start talking about how that come about. I'm thinking everybody would be just as happy about that as I am. And it seems as if I was the only one happy. Because it's been over 40 years. Over 40 years, my friends. And I ask you, who amongst you are interested in living on earth as though you're in heaven? Who amongst you, and I'm not talking about flipping some words, I'm talking about translating that into action. Well, what does that say? That we're still running away from God. We still don't know God. We haven't had the dependency on God. We get sick and we ask people to lay hands on us and stuff like that. People who know nothing about God. Well, laying hands on you, what is it supposed to do? Exactly what it does. Nothing. Pray for the sick. What does it do? Exactly what it does. What? Nothing. No, my friends. See, we playing games with God. You're trying to pretend as if you know God. You say God is love, and you try to pretend that you know what love is, but it only means yourself or your group or your kind. It doesn't have an extension, and that's not being fussing at you. I'm just giving you a report that's half-stepping. This is what you have been permitted to accept as the change. but it produces no kind of fruit that is positive, indicating that you have come closer, a closer walk with God now. And so I'm saying this morning that I don't like the fact that this guy can, and all people who got a lot of money, can do what money does. And those who don't have money have to sit back and buy a lie. I don't like it. And I'm asking America to not like it. Especially those of you who don't have a lot of money. I realize that not knowing God, you put your faith in money. All your life you've been trying to get some money. And if you got a few $1,000s right now, I said a few $1,000s. Many of you, if you had a few hundred, and somebody talking to you like I'm talking to you, telling you what you can have if you act a certain kind of way, if you respond to life a different kind of way than we've been doing in the past, that doesn't mean a thing to you. That sounds like a con game, somebody trying to get your money. Even though they're promising you, you don't have enough money. And you won't get enough money to buy or purchase the life that comes when you live the truth. Oh, man. Anyway, I just want to throw that out there with you. Some of you might be able to bite it. Some of you might not. But it is the truth. God wants us to live having our needs, our wants, and our desires. All we got to do is respect God. That means trusting the power that you can't see and allowing that power to live in you. And as you allow it to live in you, you can determine if it's a real power from God or if it's a power from man. Because the power from God works for everybody. The power from man works for some. And so when we recognize that, then we know how to fix that. So, you're not going to get that from the Republicans. You're not going to get it from the Democrats in America. And whatever system of government you live under in the world, you're not going to get that from that system of government. It's going to require a change. It's going to require that you renew your mind. It's going to require that you start caring about other people as if it were you. Yep, you're going to have to start caring about the black man or the white man or the straight or the gay as if it were you. And you are going to be a representative of God to each and every one. Now, that probably turned a lot of you guys off, but it's required. And that's no joke. That's no joke. Can't fool God this way, but you got a wonderful, wonderful reward, a wonderful benefit. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so very much for giving me this your time. Again, this is Eddie Marcus saying goodbye for now.